This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we have seen about the programming concepts which are required to enter into any programming language. Like we have seen about comments, keywords, variables, data types, how to declare a variable, and a basic idea on method. Today, let us move to the next one, Java introduction. Okay, let us go with this Java introduction.
Okay, what?
So before we enter into this Java introduction, a small question to you. Like whenever we are developing software applications, we are having two approaches to develop software applications. One is structured approach and one more is object oriented approach. Right? Now, what are the example programming languages which follows structured approach, structured programming? Which are the programming languages are present which follows structured programming? The older languages like C, Pascal, COBOL, all these are structured programming. Can you take examples of object-oriented programming?
Python, C++, Java. These
Very
are
good.
object-oriented.
Right. Yeah. So Java, C++, Python, .NET, all these are object-oriented. So Java comes under as object-oriented. You can say Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is what? It's an object-oriented programming language developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystems. And this Sun Microsystems is acquired by which company now? Java is a product of which company now?
Oracle?
Very good. It's under Oracle. So this Sun Microsystems is acquired by Oracle Corporation. And it was done in 2010 year. Okay, now one words we should say Java is a product of Oracle. Now, since Java is object-oriented programming language, since Java is what? Object-oriented programming language, before we enter into Java, we should have a basic idea on object-oriented concepts. So without having basic idea on object-oriented concepts, entering into Java will be difficult to us. So we are having object-oriented concepts. Even we call it as features, like objects, classes, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So these are the 6 important object-oriented concepts. In order to enter into Java, we should have a basic idea on what is object and what is class. So today objectives will be trying to understand what is object and what is class. And once we enter into Java programming, we'll be discussing these all object-oriented concepts using Java technology, and that will take totally for us 5 days for us to complete. Right? Now, first of all, let us understand what is object. How will you define an object? So what is this object? A real-time entity. Object is what? It's a real-time entity which has identity, state, and behavior. Any real-time entity. For example, if you consider a marker pen. So what features will you see for the marker? Like the color, the make, the model, the price of the marker, right? If you consider laptop, what do you check? The make, the model, color, price, RAM capacity, hard disk capacity, processor speed. These all things we are going to check. So if you are able to give at least one feature, we call it as what? Object here. Clear everyone? So how will you define an object? An object is a real-time entity which has identity, state, and behavior. Anyone having any questions? Let me elaborate this more about object using a diagram. So if you consider like example, a car, like let us consider we are having a car. When you take a car, how to identify a car uniquely? By using the registration ID. By using what? That registration ID. That is your ID, some ID here. For a car, we go with the state. For a car, we go with what? State. So the meaning of state is like the features what we see in the car, like the make, model, color, price, capacity. Capacity means either seating capacity or engine capacity or fuel capacity, like that you can consider, right? So we can have the properties whatever we see in the car, that we call it as what? State. We can even say features. The features of the car we can say state. These features even we call it as, the terminologies are important today. These features even we call it as data members or variables or fields or properties or attributes. So different people use different terminology. I am providing all the terminologies over here. For a car, we go with the behavior. The meaning of behavior is the actions what we perform on the car. So what we can do with car? What actions we can perform on car? What we can do with car? We can drive, right? We can drive. We can apply brake. We can change gear. This only we call functionality. So when you say functionality, we end with what? Parenthesis like this. Change gear, reverse, stop like this. So the actions whatever we perform, that only we call behavior. This behavior we can even call it as methods or functions or operations. This behavior we can even call it as what? Methods or functions or operations. what makes an object? It is a real-time entity which has identity, state, and behavior. Clear, all of you? Any questions? Right? Someone joined here, but name is not visible to me. Can I know the name? I've sent a message also, chat message.
It's me, Gautami.
Gautami only, right? Okay, okay, Gautami, right. Now, the next definition is what here? Class. How will you define a class? Is like a class is a collection of data members and methods. What makes a class? It's a collection of data members and methods. Means the state of your object will act as data members. The behavior will act as methods here. Like example, how to create a class in Java is by using a keyword class. By using what keyword? Class. Class is a keyword, and we go with the name of the class. Like example, person, we can say student or employee, whichever the data you want to collect, we have to create a class like person, student, employee, customer, account, book, like that. Now, when you take a person, what details we go with for a person? We go with the age of the person, we go with the name of the person, height of the person, like that. Now, so when you say age, in age, what type of data we store? Integers, a numeric value without decimal point, then we call it as integer. So we have to mention the data type. In name, we go with collection of alphabets, collection of characters, then we call string. String is a predefined class in Java, S capital here. Then when you go with height, we store a numeric value with a decimal point like 5.6, 5.9, like that. Then we call it as float here. These three only we call it as what? Data members. Call them as data members, where we hold the data variables. In a class, we go with the methods. So what a person can do, a person can eat. So when I say method, we end with parentheses and open and close curly brace, and we write some code inside the method. Now, if the method is not written anything, we use void here. Okay, so don't worry too much about void, all those things. Currently, we do a lot of examples. Then, in a class, we can even go with a method like walk with some code inside. So what makes a class? Only remember this. It is a collection of data members and methods. How to write the code inside method, everything we do slowly. For now, just remember how the class looks. Now, once you create the class, outside of class, what do you mean by outside? After this curly braces. Outside of the class, if I'm trying to give value to age, this will go with error. We cannot access these members outside of the class directly. Okay, right? Then how to access these members? How to access these members is, this is the major important point what I require to enter into Java, that is the members of the class. When you say members, it can be your data members or methods. It can be your data members or methods. The members of the class are accessed using objects with dot operator. With dot operator. How to create object programmatically? How to create object? Creating objects. The syntax of creating object in Java is, what is the meaning of syntax? The rules of language. The syntax is, we go with the class name, object name equal to new class name. So we have to end with semicolon. Every statement should end with semicolon. And new is a keyword here. Now, like example, what is the class we have created above? Person. Person P equal to new person. Person P equal to new person. In this, P is an object of class person. Now by using this P with the dot operator, now we can give value to age. By using P with the dot operator, we can give value to the name. Since name is of type string, the value should go within double quotes. By using this P, we can give the value to height. Using P, we can call the method work. Using P object with the dot operator, we can call the method it, like this. So by using this object with the dot operator, we can access the members of class. So this is the major important point what we require to enter into Java. Clear all of you? Any questions? Any questions, Parimala? I'm unable to hear you. You can even send a message.
Oh no, I said no.
Okay, right. No. So even though we discussed what is class, what is object, still we'll be having some confusion how to differentiate this. How to differentiate object and class. Now, for that, let us go with one simple scenario to understand what is object, what is class. Now, so let us suppose a client comes to us. Who is client? A company or person who is giving the requirement to us to develop the software product. Now, when the client comes and gives the requirement, now if the client asks to go with object oriented, first of all, from the given requirement, we have to identify the objects. Then by using that objects, we identify the classes. That's the way we proceed. Now, let us understand how to identify objects and classes. Let us take the scenario like Mr. XXX teaches Java at RRR Technologies. PPP attends Java sessions. Mrs. XXX teaches testing at the same company. QQQ attends testing sessions. This is the small scenario. From this scenario, the first step we have to identify the objects. How to identify the objects is the nouns. The nouns in the scenario are your objects. So what are the nouns here? From beginning, what are the nouns? Mr. XXX, right? The next one, Java, then RRR Technologies, PPP, Mrs. XXX, testing, and QQQ. So these are the nouns. These are your objects. Once we identify the objects, the thing is we have to categorize the objects. Categorize means if you take Mr. XXX and Mrs. XXX, what is the role they are playing here? What is the role they are playing here?
Teaching.
Teaching, right? They are teaching. So the people who teach, we call them as faculty or professor or lecturer, like that. So I'm going with the name faculty. Java and testing. What these two are here?
Technology's name.
Very good. Yeah, technologies, codes, subject, like that. I'm going with the name codes. RRR, it's a company or institute. TPP and QQQ, what these two people are here?
It's just a name of the people.
What they are here? What is the role they are playing? What they are doing here?
Attending the courses.
Yeah, the people who attend the course, we call them as
trainee or students.
right, trainee or student or attendee, like that, any name, candidate, like that. So I'll say student. So these four names, what we got? Faculty, course, company, student, we call them as what here? Classes. What is a class? We can even define a class like a class is a collection of related objects. What makes a class? It's a collection of related objects. In this, these real-time existing things, real-time entities are your objects. The generic names what we use, we call them as classes. So if you take our scenario, myself Raj, Raj is an object of class faculty, and you people like Gautami, Setap, Sindhu, Parimala, you people are what? Are objects of class student. The real existing things are your objects. The generic name what we use for your objects, we call them as classes. Clear all of you the difference between object and class?
Yes.
Right? No. So this is the introduction part to enter into Java. Now let us move to the next one, Java features. Java features. So we are having the Java features like Java is simple. Java is what? Simple. So why we say Java is simple means it comes with a lot of libraries. It comes with what? Lot of libraries means predefined things. Using that we can develop Java applications very easily. So you can say Java is simple as it contains lots of APIs. Java is simple as it contains lots of APIs. APIs means application programming interfaces. We can even call them as libraries. Like example, we are having a concept like arrays. What is the main use of arrays? To collect the elements. In order to collect elements, we use arrays. Now, once we collect elements, we want to sort the array elements. Sorting means arranging elements in ascending order or descending order. If I want to sort the elements of array, if I want to go with C or C++, we need to write some lines of code, approximately like 10 to 20 lines of code to sort the array elements. But in case of Java, we can use a predefined class called as arrays with a method sort. To that method, if you pass the array name, this is going to sort your array. So single line of code is doing the task. That's the reason we say Java is what? Simple. It comes with lot of APIs. As the days goes on, we will be learning the APIs, the present in Java. So even I'll be showing how to browse the API. Even I'll be giving some assignments to you where you need to browse the API and complete it. Java is object oriented. Java is what? Object oriented. It supports all the features of object oriented. Java is robust. What is robust? Robust means strong. Robust means what? Strong. Robust means strong. Let me take an example. Let us suppose you are typing a document in Microsoft Word. After typing the document, you want to print the document, but printer is not connected to your system. So what will happen? Will Microsoft Word will give a message that printer not connected, or will it come out of application? Will you get message or application close? What is going to happen? We get a message, right? We get a message that printer not connected. Means Microsoft Word is robust, strong enough. So means if any abnormal situation occurs during the execution of your application, the application should give a proper message to the user what went wrong. Should not close the applications automatically. So such type of applications we call robust applications. So in Java also we can develop robust applications. In Java we can develop robust applications using exception handling, which avoids abnormal termination of application. Is going to avoid abnormal termination. So more about this we'll discuss when we come to the topic exception handling. Right? Java is multi-threaded. Java is what? Multi-threaded. Means if you take multitasking. So what is multitasking? Opening multiple applications. Opening multiple applications. Like in my case, I have opened browser, then GoToMeeting, Notepad, Paint, like that. So you are typing a document in Word and listening to the songs. That is multitasking. Then what is a thread is the activities what we perform under one task. Like if you take Gmail, Gmail as the task. If you take Gmail, then in Gmail, how many compose windows can we open? Multiple, right? How many compose windows can we open? Multiple. So this every compose window what we open, we call them as thread here. So threads are part of one task. So this is your thread. This is also your thread. And these threads are part of what? One task here. Okay. And if you go with one compose message, when you do attachment, when first attachment is going on, I can even attach second, I can even attach third. When the attachments are going on, I can even type the subject and body of the message also. So the main use of going with threads is to increase performance of application. To increase what? Performance. So if you take one more example like our GoToMeeting. In this GoToMeeting, I can share you the screen. It's a thread. I can record the class. It's a thread. I can speak with you. It's a thread. I'm able to do all the things simultaneously. So GoToMeeting is also multi-threaded. So you can define a thread like a thread is a lightweight process under execution within a process. In a process. So if you take Gmail as process, the lightweight process are like compose messages, attachments. The main use of going with multi-threading is used to increase performance of application. Right? Java is automatic garbage collection. Java is what? Automatic garbage collection. Means in Java, our work is to allocate memory only. Destruction of memory is taken care by Java only. So that feature only we call it as automatic garbage collection. So more on this feature we discuss later. Java is platform independent. Java is what? Platform independent. So platform means operating system. So what is this platform independent is? A Java program can run on any platform. Any platform. Platform means your operating system. A Java program can run on any platform means any operating system. Means if you write a Java program on Windows, we can run it on Linux or Mac. Okay. So more about this, what is this platform independent? More about this I'm going to discuss on in tomorrow's class. Okay. So more about on this platform independent I'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Along with that, we'll be going with how to download Java and install Java and how to develop a Java application. So if I do continuously tomorrow about platform independent and how to develop Java application at command prompt, you'll be understanding more of this feature in a proper way. So let me discuss more about this platform independent in tomorrow's class. Okay. So anyone having any questions? So for today, let me stop over here, and from tomorrow onwards, the class time will go near to 1 hour. Okay, from tomorrow, I'm going to increase the time of our class. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be learning more about what is this platform independent. Then we'll be going with how to download and install Java and how to develop a Java application at command prompt.